The brown horizon, the sound of wind blowing through dry, brittle grass, the distant hum of traffic on bare asphalt, no crunch of snow, no scraping of shovels. It is January 28th, 2026. By all accounts, by every page in the history books of this province, we should be buried. We should be waking up to the blue-gray light of dawn, looking out at a world erased by white. We should be fighting with frozen car door handles. We should be navigating ruts of ice on the Deerfoot or the White Mud. But look outside. The streets of Calgary are bare. The parks in Edmonton are a patchwork of frozen mud and pale dead grass. The Rockies, usually a fortress of white on the horizon, look strangely naked, their rocky spines exposed to the winter sun. This is the winter of 2026 in Alberta. The winter that wasn't. For the residents of this province, the rhythm has broken. We are used to the daily grind, the relentless accumulation where the snow falls, settles, melts a little, and then falls again, building a glacier on our front lawns that lasts until May. But this year, the snow is a tourist. It visits once, maybe twice a month. It dusts the ground, a light cosmetic layer, and then, within 48 hours, the Chinook winds roar down the foothills, or the dry air sucks the moisture right out of the ground, and it's gone. It is a stark, jarring contrast to the rest of the country. Turn on the national news, look at Toronto, look at Montreal. They are digging out from record blizzards. They are paralyzed by whiteouts. The Great Lakes are churning out squalls that have buried cars and shut down airports. In the east, winter is raging with a vengeance. But here, in the Wild Rose province, we are sitting in a pocket of uncanny stillness, a dry bubble. And while the rest of Canada shivers, Albertans are walking to work in light jackets, asking a question that hangs heavy in the dry air. What is happening to our home? There is a strange psychology at play right now. On the surface, you hear the relief. Talk to the commuters. They're smiling. Can you believe this weather? They ask in the coffee shop lines. I haven't started my snowblower since November. There is a joy in the ease of it. The gas bill is lower. The roads are safe. The seasonal depression that usually crushes the spirit by late January feels lighter, lifted by the unceasing sunshine. But scratch the surface of that happiness, and you find the anxiety. It's the Alberta guilt. We know this isn't right. We know that in this part of the world, ease comes with a price tag. When an Albertan looks at a dry street in January, they don't just see an easy drive. They see a broken contract with nature. We are happy, yes, but we are also waiting for the other shoe to drop. So, is this the new normal? Is this the face of climate change staring us down, or is it just a freak roll of the meteorological dice? Meteorologists are pointing to a blocking pattern. For months, the jet stream, that river of air high in the atmosphere that steers weather systems, has buckled. It has pushed north, creating a ridge of high pressure over Western Canada. Think of it as a dome. This dome acts like a shield. When the moisture-laden storms roll in from the Pacific, they hit this wall and are forced north into the Yukon or south into the United States. Alberta is left in the rain shadow. Is it global warming? The answer is complex. We have seen dry winters before. El Niño years often bring us warmth and brown grass. But the intensity of this dryness, the persistence of it, bears the fingerprints of a changing climate. As the global temperature rises, weather patterns get stuck. The extremes become more extreme. The wet places get wetter, like Toronto is seeing now, and the dry places get drier. This isn't just weather, it is a disruption of the water cycle. And this is where the fear creeps in. This is what the farmers in southern Alberta know, what the hydrologists in the universities are whispering about. Snow is not just traffic and inconvenience. Snow is money in the bank. In Alberta, the snowpack in the mountains is our savings account. It stores water during the winter and releases it slowly in the spring and summer when we need it most. It feeds the Bow River, the North Saskatchewan, the Old Man. It fills the irrigation canals that feed the crops. When the snow falls only once a month, when the pavement stays dry, our savings account is empty. Residents look at the brown grass and think, at least I don't have to shovel. But the farmer looks at the brown grass and sees the ghost of a wildfire. That is the shadow looming over this pleasant winter. The summer of 2026. If the moisture doesn't come, if the skies don't open up in February and March to dump the heavy wet snow we usually curse, we are walking into a crisis. We remember the smoke of previous years. We remember the orange skies. A winter without snow is the precursor to a summer on fire. The dry ground is already thirsty. The forests are tinder. The residents of Calgary and Edmonton are enjoying their clean driveways today, but in the back of their minds, they are wondering, will we be paying for this sunshine with smoke in July? And so, we wait, we watch the forecast every night, hoping to see that familiar icon of the snowflake. We hope for the blizzard. We hope for the inconvenience. It is a strange irony, unique to this time and this place. In 2026, we find ourselves praying for the very thing we used to hate. We are praying for the cold. We are praying for the white. Because in Alberta, we have learned a hard truth. The snow is the only thing that keeps the fire at bay. Until it falls, we walk on this dry, hollow earth, enjoying the sun and worrying about the heat that is yet to come. We wake up every morning, expecting to see the world transformed, expecting to see the white slate wiped clean. But the ground remains stubborn. The earth remains bare only with the little that comes once or twice a month. Since the 23rd of December 2025, we have had very light snow only twice in January 2026, exactly after 1 month. We are waiting for the crunch under our boots. We are waiting for the silence that only snow can bring. But for now, we walk on dry pavement under a clear sky, waiting for a winter that has forgotten how to fall. This was prepared by the podcast with Penjo of PenjoStudios.